The 2026 FIFA World Cup is projected to be the biggest World Cup yet. The 2026 World Cup cycle is stipulated to generate a revenue of around $13 billion, with the consumption numbers being around 6 billion worldwide. The World Cup will be the first to be held across 3 countries: the USA, Canada, and Mexico. The World Cup kicks off on the 11th of June and will run for a duration of 39 days, featuring 48 teams and a total of 104 matches this year. The format. The World Cup will see a change in the format for the first time since 1998, meaning a whole generation will witness a different World Cup for the first time. The group stage this time around will be accommodating 48 teams. This will be done by dividing the teams into 12 groups of 4 teams each. Each team will then play 3 matches with 3 points rewarded for a win, 1 for a draw, and no points for a defeat. The group stages will be followed by a new round, the round of 32, which is the new wrinkle for this World Cup. Until the previous tournament, the World Cup would flow through a group stage with 16 out of the 32 teams qualifying for the next round. This time around, there's an additional round wherein 32 of the 48 teams will be qualifying from the group stages. Now, how are the 32 teams figured? For starters, it's the top 2 teams from each of the 12 groups that make it through. This gives us 24 teams. The other 8 teams will comprise of the 8 of the best third place finishing teams from the group stages. The tiebreakers to determine the group stage selection are as follows: the total number of group stage points, the goal difference, the head-to-head, the fair play performance or the number of cards conceded, and then the ultimate tiebreaker, the FIFA rankings. Post the round of 32, the World Cup will then follow a familiar pattern of direct, continuous knockout matches through a bracket system, which goes on until we find a winner who wins the World Cup. The top 2 seeds of the tournament have been placed at the opposite ends of the bracket draws, which in this case are Spain and Argentina, meaning both these teams, should they top their respective groups and win their respective knockout matches, we could be in for a Spain-Argentina World Cup final. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is likely to be a unique yet a grand spectacle. With more teams, more money, more fans, more eyeballs, there's a lot riding on the tournament which is slated to be the grandest yet. There's been a lot of question and suspicion around it already in the lead up. Expectations are high, but only time will tell how it eventually turns out, positive or negative. What do you think? Will the 2026 World Cup be able to live up to the hype with what's at stake? Let me know. Subscribe to Sportfolio for more content on all things sport.